So today we're going to make some butter. So sit back and watch us make this, and maybe it'll inspire you to make your own butter too. Hey guys, today we have got 3.5 gallons of milk from Bell, and we are going to make us some butter. We're going to go ahead and get all the cream off the top of the jars here. I don't know if you can see how well on camera, but this right here is the cream line. Now if you tried to pour the cream off, it will not pour off. It just kind of mixes, and you don't want the, I'll say, the watery milk in your butter. You want just the cream, so it's real thick. So we're going to get all the cream off of all these jars, get them back in the fridge. This is what we've collected over the last several days. So there's a ½ gallon of cream here. So we may be able to get a full gallon of cream to make butter with today. So once we get this done, we'll show you the next step.
Look.
You can see some little lines right here. That's where the milk is inside of the cream. So we're getting close to the bottom of the cream line on this jar, so we got to watch what we're doing. Be a little careful.
Turn the light on. Let's turn the light on. I'm going to that weird. No, yes, I am. I have to take stuff in there. Move.
There you go.
Oh, there you are. What do we have? What is that? A phone.
So first, to start with, you want your cream set out for 30 minutes to an hour so it gets warmer. It kind of speeds up the process of the fat coming out of it. Along with your setting your whipped cream or your heavy cream out early, make sure you get a pitcher of ice water. We're using filtered water. This comes in later during the process. I'm going to take 2 cups of cream, and that's what we're going to make this butter with. Alright, so there's 2 cups, and today, rather than sit here with a butter churn and, you know, look like Granny on the porch or sit there with a mason jar shaking it, we're going to use our KitchenAid mixer and put this 2 cups into it. Alright, and one thing that you're going to want to use is your splash screen on your mixer, because it does go a little crazy. Because we're going to run this thing at high speed for a little bit. So we'll put this on, drop this down in, and then when we get this going, we're going to put it on the highest speed for takes about 3 minutes. And in between that time, in between that 3 minutes, it's going to go into like a heavy whipped cream. So if you want like Cool Whip, you can stop it and use for Cool Whip. But we're going to let it go on past that point, and we'll show you what it looks like. So make sure you have a towel handy. What we're going to do is turn this on high speed, and we're going to have to cover up all this because it's going to start splashing up out of it and make a holy mess. That's why we have the towel underneath of it. Okay, at this point we have got whipped cream. And it's delicious. Alright, when you're making this on your own now, you get to this point, don't stop it. Let it keep on going. I just want to show you all what it looks like. If I can get this thing back together now. There we go. Alright, back to high speed. And if you got your hands on your mixer, especially holding this on there, you're going to tell when the butter starts coming, because it's going to start rocking that thing a little bit because it clogs up in that whisk. Okay. Alright. So you can see this makes a holy mess. So make sure you got plenty of towels. So that's the start of the butter. And what I'm going to do is take this splash screen off, and then we're going to take this milk out of it, all the liquid, and we're going to pour it into a jar to use. It's buttermilk, so any recipe that calls for buttermilk, or if you have a father-in-law like mine that loves to drink it, he will be very happy. But we're just going to take this buttermilk and just pour it. Let me grab it. Pour it into a jar. And it gives you about a cup of buttermilk from 2 cups of milk. Let's get some of that cleaned up a little bit. And then, so we got it to this point. I'm going to put the lid back on this. And what I want to do is take all this out and get it in the bottom. It's still pretty soft. But put this down in the bottom of the bowl. And then we're going to squeeze the far out of it. Beat the devil out of it. As Bob Ross would say.
Oh, he's fantastic.
So we're going to get all this in the bottom.
The happy little butter.
Happy little mixture. Alright, so we got all that in the bottom. So I'm just going to put all this together. Kind of make a ball of butter. And then a big old glob. And you can see already we're getting buttermilk out of it here. So I'm just going to smush it together, because that's the word. Smush it all, kind of push it around, fold it, push it, get as much of that milk out as I can, because we're going to use that for recipes. Because here, what we're going to do here in a minute, we're not going to be saving the next step. So we've got our glob of butter here. So we'll put it back towards the bottom, and then we're going to put this back on the mixer, and we're going to add maybe a cup or so of ice water. You don't want the ice cubes, you just want the cold water, and you don't want to put too much in it. And then we're going to beat the devil out of it. Put that back in there. We're going to turn it on high again and let it, it's going to keep mixing with the water, and it's going to keep mixing the milk out of the butter fat. So we've let this go for about 30 seconds, and we're just going to pull this off. And this water we're going to dump. We're just going to pour that water off, and then we're going to go back and do it again. You can see how cloudy that was. The goal is to get as much of that cloudy out as you can. 2 to 3 times of doing this, and once your water is clear, then you're good to go. Okay, we had our about 30 seconds later here, and you can see that water is still very cloudy. So we're going to have to keep doing this until that water is clear. So you can see our butter is done. We got this on Amazon, butter mold. Now I'm going to take our butter out and we're going to pack it into these molds to make sticks of butter. And this little thing is made out of silicone, so it's going to make it easy to spit these sticks of butter out when they get froze, because what we're going to do is stick them in the fridge for a little bit, let it go ahead and finish up hardening, and then we're going to stick them in the freezer. And then once they're froze, we're going to pull them out and vacuum seal them and then freeze them. Alright, so that makes some small butter sticks. 2 cups of cream makes 3 of these sticks for us. So we're going to make some more butter, fill out this thing, and then we're going to get it in the freezer. Alright y'all, we've got enough to fill up our butter tray now. So we're going to put the lid on this and put this in the fridge. All the excess we're going to put in a small Tupperware container and put that in the fridge as well. So I hope you all have learned how to make butter on your own, and hopefully you can give it a try in the future. And thank you all for watching. Have a great day.